Oh boy, I wonder what the you fairy left for me. Christmas should be a time for joy and laughter and cheer and holly and jolly. Instead, it's a time for this piece of... It was Christmas 2017. I had just gotten a Wii U. I had gotten games for said Wii U. So my dear old stepdad, he wants to get me a game for my 3DS. That's good, I haven't gotten one in a while. He's like, oh, I like Zelda, and I had Link Between Worlds. I had plenty of other Zelda games. What was the newest one on shelves that I didn't already have for Wii U? This! After working on Spirit Tracks, director of this game, Hiroshima viewed Spirit Tracks as a quasi-multiplayer game with the use of Zelda possessing the Phantoms. Man, I want whatever he was smoking. He decided he wanted to make his own multiplayer game, but unlike the Four Swords games, it wouldn't be competitive. It would be co-op. Why? This is an odd decision. I get competitive multiplayer is fun in the Four Swords games, but a co-op multiplayer game for Zelda? Really? Anyway, he originally didn't want to include a single-player element until Eiji Aonuma saved the day and told him to add one. That might have been an absolute disaster if he had not added one. Before the game's release, it was really unclear if it was canon or if it took place in the timeline at all, and up until release, they just said it wasn't. But the day before release, they announced it was a sequel to A Link Between Worlds, and followed up many years after that with the same Link. Really? Like they don't look the same at all. And it's not hardware limitations, because both games are on the 3DS. This isn't a case of Link to the Past and Link's Awakening and the Oracle games all having different designs for Links. In the concept art, they look the same. In the concept art for these games, they don't look the same. Who is this Link? I know what you're gonna say. Oh, you just needed to play the online multiplayer to have fun. I wish I could. They shut it down. I physically can't play. Plus I get Pretendo, but I can't even do that because my 3DS is halfway across town getting repaired because the touchscreen won't work. Did you break my touchscreen? I did, at one point, play local, download play multiplayer with some of my dad's cousins. The game still sucks. It's bad. The only positive out of that experience was the fact that I got my cousin's copy of A Link Between Worlds. I can't tell them apart unless I put them in my 3DS, which I don't have. I'm not even trying to rag on Zelda multiplayer as a whole. I enjoy some of the Zelda multiplayer games. I have Four Swords Adventures, which I beat the entire thing single player, because this is actually a fine to play single player. This isn't! I played Four Swords on the GBA, on the Nintendo Switch Online with some online friends. That's fine, we had fun, except for like the 5 times it crashed. That's fine. There's a fundamental difference between the Four Swords games and Triforce Heroes. It's not a good difference! I can admit that the game has charm. It's a unique game. The art style, while being similar to Toon Link, Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, blends it with the style of A Link Between Worlds pretty well. I enjoy that. The overall story, while being just goofy and weird, it's fine. It doesn't need to be like a big grand adventure. We already had that in A Link Between Worlds. The costume system is fine. I never enjoyed it, but at least it gives the game character. But none of these are actual redeeming qualities in my eyes. The game just doesn't hold up without these qualities. If you take away everything that makes it kind of cool, it goes way, 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 way down. The multiplayer is the only way to play this, and you can't do that anymore, so now you have to play single player, which is an absolute... it goes at a snail's pace. They should have added back the feature from Force Swords Adventures where you can call all the different links to you if you ever, like, separate them. That would have... I hate having to go back and grab all your doppels and then throw them all and just switch and switch and switch and switch. It's so time-consuming and boring and repetitive. This game is repetitive. It's not as badly repetitive as the other, like, Force Swords games. This is just bad repetitive. I don't want to have to grind for materials to get these costumes that I'm never going to wear. I'm going to wear one costume the whole game because it gives me the best bonus. I don't feel compelled to collect to get these other costumes. It feels like this game was just made to be made because Nintendo needed to put out another Zelda game during the wait for Breath of the Wild. And after the success of A Link Between Worlds, what do? We suck! If the game, you know, got re-released on Switch 2 at some point, and, you know, they added better online capabilities and didn't take it away after, like, a decade, fine, that'd be much better. I would prefer that. I might actually play the game. That's a lie, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I hate this game. It feels so gimmicky and unnecessary. The Force Swords games already were a little gimmicky. Zelda just doesn't need multiplayer. It can function without it. It does not. It's not a franchise that needs to have a multiplayer game. But here we are. Who knows? If Nintendo ever decides to re-release the game on Switch 2, maybe my opinions will change. But for now, this is by far the worst mainline Zelda game. By a far margin. Zelda 2 is acceptable when you look at this. Although maybe one day, when I mod my 3DS, I can dump all the save data and then finally cast this into a burning fire pit and never have to look at it again.
Cast it into the fire! Destroy it!